In this video, we're going to continue with the product that we added in the previous video. We've set up the image, the name, and the description. So now we're going to add the cost. I have added it here. So let's just do this quickly. So you can start at the top. Let's go to booking options. Okay, so when they talk about, or when you see the word block, each block represents a date and a time that the booking is available. So for instance, if you book this class, the whole class will be a day long, which is not what we want. We want this class to be an hour long. So if your class is, for instance, 45 minutes, you can still select hours and you say 1. Okay, calendar must always be visible. There we go. Do not select requires confirmation. This just makes it a lot more difficult for your client to actually book your product. If you'd like this class to be able students to be able to cancel your class, then you can do that as well. I don't want them to cancel my class. Okay, so attributes, you do not have to worry about attributes. So let's go to availability. The maximum bookings per block. If you are offering a webinar where you will basically have a seminar, it's a seminar on the web, you can have 100 people book the same class at the same time. But this is going to be a private class. So I'm going to say 1 person per class. This class will be available from now until, let's say, until 3 months into the future. Do not worry about any of the buffer options. It just makes life difficult. All dates are available by default or not available by default. Please go with not available by default. Okay, don't worry. Check all books. See all books. There we go. Yeah, these are options you'll always go with. I can't actually explain it. Okay, so just leave that as it is. Don't worry about that. Then if you have a certain day that your classes are going to start, let's say all my classes are going to start at 10 o'clock. Okay, here we go. Why is it not giving me? Okay. Oh. Okay, so that's sorted. Okay, so I want this class to only happen on a Wednesday. This is where the difficult part comes in. To do that, we're going to have to add a date range because we set it for months ahead. This is going to take a while to get used to, and the best thing is to play around and to find out how it works and what works for you. So we're going to go with date range. I'm going to say from today onwards. We booked it 3 months in. I said 3 months into the future. So we have to select. Okay, I have to go to March, April. Let's go there. And what is the date? The 23rd. We're going to say this is not bookable. This means that every single day is not bookable. We're going to give it a priority of 9. The lower the priority number, how am I going to explain this? The lower the priority number, the rules with the lower priority number will show up first. So this has to be a high priority. Okay, let's just say draft it. Okay, then we're going to add another rule. Come on. Okay, so it's loading first. Go back to availability. Then we're going to add another rule. So basically what this rule means is we've chosen date range. So from today onwards, for the next how many months you've selected, the booking will not be available on every single day. But we want it to be available on Wednesdays. So we're going to say a date range with time. So from next week on Wednesday, until next week on Wednesday, I want this booking to be available from 10 o'clock until, let's say, 4 o'clock. So it will be 4:50. This just means that because I didn't enter 5 o'clock, if you made this 5 o'clock, for instance, then let's have like that. Then somebody will be able to book a class from 5 until 6, and I don't want that. I want my last booking to be at 4, so I'm gonna say 4:50. This is going to be bookable, yes. Because we have a priority of 9 over there, this priority needs to be lower. So I'm going to make it 8. Draft it. Okay, let us preview the changes. Come on. Let's see. Okay, so we still haven't added a price. As you can see, our classes are only available on a Wednesday, but they will only be available on that Wednesday. Okay, so only on a Wednesday. If somebody selects that date, they'll be able to take classes from 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 until, oh, not the 4 o'clock one, until 3. Big mistake over there. Okay, so let's go back. I want 4 o'clock to be available. So we will go back to availability. And we'll make that 5 o'clock. Okay. Let's just set the cost. When setting the cost for your product, do not worry about the base cost. The main cost is the block cost. So we're going to make that 450. This means that every single booking that we've got over here, every single booking, it will cost them 450 Rand. So there we go, and we can say draft it. Okay, so now our product costs 450 Rand. They'll be able to book it only on this Wednesday. There we go. If you want this booking to be available on every Wednesday and not just that one, we'll go back to availability. And you'll see where we've added this date range with time, we've only added that Wednesday. So instead, we're going to change this to, instead of having a date range with time, we're going to add it on Wednesday. So now this booking will be available on Wednesday from 10 to that time. Preview. Oh no, we must first save. First save it. It's on to load. Okay, so now booking should be available on every single Wednesday from the 27th onward, as you can see, and it should be available at the dates that we set. Okay, so what I'll do is I will add an extra file under the how-to section for teachers to show you all the different options that you can create with these time rules. This one we've basically set up to only run on Wednesdays at certain times. If you are if you're offering a seminar which will only take place once and it can only be booked for one event, I'll show you how to do that. That's what we had with the first rule that we set up. If you have 3 days that you have available, I'll show you how to do that as well. But this is the basic setup of each product. Okay.